That was crazy. Yes, sir. Shoutouts to the intro. Welcome to Rich Talks Podcast, where we do music and cultural commentary and deep dives. With me, your host, Unk, aka Ree. Now, you know, it's been a while since I did like the long intro, but lately I've been getting kind of like mixed critiques. Some people prefer the long intro, and I'm hearing others say keep it short and sweet. Actually, I remember one person told me I should just switch it up each episode, like the Simpsons couch gags. You know, y'all let me know what you think though. But let's get into it. So to start things off today, let's talk about what inspired today's topic. So I was reading an article the other day that sounded wild as hell. So basically the article was about a hardcore punk band in Tennessee that has decided to cut all ties with their former vocalist. Seems normal so far, right? But wait till you hear why. Bands break up all the time, right? But get this. The reason they cut ties with this man is because, yo, this is sick behavior, man. The vocalist is accused of spiking a fellow bandmate's drink with estrogen for 5 months in order to potentially alter his behavior and cause him to look, and cause like the culprit to cause him to look more manly than his bandmate, so he could essentially pull a Trey Songz, aka Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like basically he just wanted to steal the guy's girl, like his own bandmate's girl. So yo, this is nasty work. Yo, y'all are nasty. You're nasty. Yo. Oh man, yo, this really takes dirty macking to an entirely different level. Like you know, it probably would have been more respected if he was just dirty macking instead of like whatever the hell this was. Cause, geez, what exactly is dirty macking? Well, in its simplest terms, dirty macking can be defined as attempting to get with someone's significant other or potential love interest by talking bad about them or making them out to seem untrustworthy or dishonest, thereby making the dirty macker seem like the better option. So you talk down on your man just to big up yourself.
You're a victim.
But this shit, this shit right here though, spiking a man's drink with estrogen.
You're a victim.
Yo, I'm surprised homie didn't start suffering from gynecomastia. I don't even know if I said that right. You know, like when dudes start growing like breast tissue. Like it's an actual thing. Like I've heard it can happen to like bodybuilders or athletes on steroids that just like stop taking care of themselves, or men with like hormonal imbalances and whatnot. It can kind of, it can happen from like all kinds of things, honestly, like drinking or smoking too much products with like literally drinking or smoking products with too much estrogenic compounds. Like here's a fun fact: hops, which are actually the most estrogenic plants that we currently know of, you'll actually find hops in beers, like often, especially IPAs or Indian Pale Ales. So just a warning though, like if you drink a lot of IPAs and simultaneously smoke weed every single day, or even like drink something like lean or crazy stuff, just like not taking care of your body, you're technically sort of engaging in hormone therapy. You're nasty. Whether it's inadvertent or intentional, you're essentially raising your estrogen levels.
You're a victim.
Although, to be fair, the research results around the weed are not totally clear, but they certainly are with hops. Like, everyone should take care of the bodies. Period. That's the key takeaway from this. But, yeah, man. You ever see an athlete or a bodybuilder that looks kind of like they look like they got some mammary glands? Like, I don't even know how to say that properly. Let me stop, man. Let me stop.
You're nasty.
Now, I'm sure most of us, basically, aren't fans of dirty macking. But I would at least say that I would respect that more than what this guy did. This is nasty work. Y'all are nasty. This is some Bill Cosby shit right here. probably have to do a future episode on Bill Cosby, you know? Getting back to the story at hand, though, like, basically the now former vocalist, his name is Diego, would have actually gotten away with this nasty behavior on some Scooby-Doo villain shit, you know? I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for this meddling alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? That type of shit. It's crazy, man. Basically, the guy got so intoxicated that he himself openly admitted to the victim, slash his bandmate, and his girl, in which he would also admit in text messages too. Like, I get having the drunken rant and like saying your shit in like a drunken stupor, but also admitting to it in a text after the drunken rant is kind of crazy. Like,
you're a victim.
Really? Talk about incriminating yourself even worse. Like, this guy is nasty though. Like, he basically wrote in a text chain the following. He's like, was really drunk and told Six and his fiance that I was obsessed with her and had a deep hatred for Six and gave Six estrogen to get an edge up on him.
You're nasty.
I like doing voices on random shit. So first of all, ew. This is nasty.
You're nasty.
Nasty work, y'all. Secondly, Six is the name of the victim slash bandmate. And third, why would you incriminate yourself through text message?
You're a victim.
Really? Like, what the fuck? I mean, it's honestly the correct thing to do, like, morally, here, considering what he did. But like, was this like one of those Edgar Allan Poe's the Telltale Heart situations all over again? Like he just felt super guilty about it after a while and just decided to come clean, you know? Anyways, moving on. Six, the victim, even wrote in a post the following. It said, I've had physical changes from the hormones besides stomach ulcers, weight loss, and muscle fatigue that I will not get into.
You're a victim.
He's probably talking about, I'm thinking, I haven't even seen pictures of the dude, but I'm just assuming that maybe some gynecomastia is involved. Like, he's mentioning some physical changes from the hormones, right? And he's not saying what those changes are. So you can only imagine what they are, right?
You're nasty.
Anyway, sorry. Getting off on a different tangent. Just continuing on. He's like, I will also be getting the last batch of pre-workout he gave me tested for estrogen. I have about 2 to 3 full cups of it left. He will not pass off what he admitted to as a joke or confusion, even in his state of drunkenness. What he did is disgusting and has an immensely negative effect on my life.
You're a victim.
Obviously. Like, bruh. What the fuck? Like, bruh. That can't be a joke if it's been going on for 5 months, bro. That's calculated, bro.
You're nasty.
Like, damn. This is filthy behavior, man. But yo, this Six dude, he's at fault too. Like, damn, I feel like I'm victim blaming. How? Like, bro, why would you continue to take this pre-workout for 5 months if you keep encountering issues? Like, you know who your first doctor is before you go see a doctor? You know when something is off with your own body. Like, what do most people do when they have like stomach related issues? They stop taking the thing that could potentially be causing that issue, or at least try to narrow down what could be causing the issues in the first place. Like, you troubleshoot, right? Like, come on, man. All that wasted time and money on medical bills only to find out it was the pre-workout that you got from this guy, and the pre-workout containers, they weren't even sealed, bro. Like, none of this came to mind. Like, what the hell? I mean, I'm really not trying to victim blame, but like, damn, this man's a goober too. Super silly. Like, this is nasty work. Anyways, the reason I wanted to share that story was, one, to make sure, drive the point home to everyone to always take care of yourself. Like, protect yourself at all times, y'all. Like, you really, health is wealth, man. Like, that's not just a saying for the sake of saying it. Like, health is truly wealth. You got to make sure to take care of yourselves. Now, now on to today's topic. Yo, we got to talk about Mr. Diddle, the Diddler himself. Or as I've been calling him ever since these new recent allegations have been coming out, I've been calling him FreakOff McNasty. This guy is nasty too. yo, I feel like I just gotta do a whole nasty work series. Like, there's so much nasty work in the industry, man. This music industry. A lot of these artists that we grew up just loving, they're nasty, bro. Like, it's disgusting. Anyway, so if you don't already know, very, very, very recently, a new lawsuit was filed against Mr. FreakOff by a male producer of his recent Love album. Hey, yo, this sounds wild. Bro, Mr. FreakOff is has a lawsuit against him by a male producer of his Love album. Just listen to all of that and put that in a sentence and just like, yo, this just sounds nasty. Yo, anyways, so we're gonna do a bit of a deep dive on the timeline of the nasty work that this guy's done over the years. But before we even get to the timeline, let me explain why I even call him FreakOff McNasty. So remember, in a past episode, I briefly detailed the lawsuit that he got hit with by Cassie in 2023. And in that lawsuit at the time, Cassie described like weird arrangements that her and FreakOff had, where Cassie was made to perform sexual acts on male sex workers while McNasty watched. And these arrangements, quote unquote, were colloquially named freak-offs.
You're nasty.
This guy is nasty. And obviously, you know, the internet's gonna run with it, so I'm running with it too. This is just this is nasty work. Give me a nasty award. This is nasty work.
Hand me out one of those nasty awards.
So now you know why I call this man FreakOff McNasty. And speaking of freaky, again, before we even delve into this timeline of McNasty, with the news of this lawsuit suddenly hitting the internet, everyone was essentially reporting on it, right? Including academics. And yo, shout outs to Big Ack, yo. Shout outs to Ack. See, the lawsuit itself is like, 76 pages? Like, 76 pages, my guy? What the fuck? Damn. Anyways, there was a clause on page 73 that had mention of two redacted names. It didn't specifically mention the names, but like the clause claimed that Lil Rod, the male producer who's suing Mr. FreakOff, was told by McNasty himself that he had sexual relations with two redacted names.
You're nasty.
It was redacted in the sense that, it did not actually name these two artists by name, but it did describe them to some degree. And academics actually highlighted this information on his stream. Now, it said, one description was a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, right? And the other redacted name was an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency.
You're nasty.
Do with that what you will. Like, again, a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj and an R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Yo, claiming that the two redacted names were like, come on, like, just from the description, it literally sounds like the two redacted names were Meek Mill, or in this case, we should call him Freak Mill, and Usher. Like, from those descriptions alone, like, who else could it be? Really and truly. What other Philly rapper dated Nicki Minaj and Usher has a residency in Vegas, guys. Where was the Super Bowl held this year? In Vegas. Like, who else could it be? You know what's funny about Usher, though? Even though he's like considered like this crazy sex symbol and Mr. Take Your Woman, like, I've also heard from like quite a few women that that he gives them like this homosexual vibe. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Like, people can like whoever they want, man, but it's quite interesting to hear that, especially from the opposite sex, right? Because us guys, we like to joke about shit like that, right? We just we make jokes and call guys gay just to joke about it or to insult them. But like, when a woman says something like that, we take it a little more serious, you know, because women's intuition is a little bit stronger when it comes to that stuff. Like, I feel like it gives way more credence than just like us men just simply joking around at each other or trying to diss each other by calling each other gay. You know what I mean?
You're a victim.
Like, but there's also the very, very suspect time when FreakOff McNasty was on camera with Usher and Kevin Hart at what looked like an interview. You know, looking at the video again, it kind of looked like they were in a hotel room.
You're nasty.
Because McNasty started off mentioning the bed that he was sitting on and telling Kevin not to get close to the bed. I guess he was trying to joke, but like, it sounded weird, man. Like when FreakOff McNasty tries to make a joke, it sounds so suspect. Anyways, but you can see from the video, Kevin Hart seemed like a little uncomfortable after the mention of the bed, and he kind of joked about it and such. Then about like halfway through the 1 minute long video, you see Usher comes into frame, and FreakOff puts his hand around him and starts like reminiscing. But like, yo, FreakOff McNasty is a deserved name, man. After what this man said, yo, listen to this nasty work right here.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shouts out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Fresh
off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, that's how, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented, you know what I'm saying, but it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early, and now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
You're nasty.
Yo, that was disgusting. Yo, shout outs to Kevin Hart, man. This was one of the times where I actually found him extremely funny. Yo, I know I knock on this guy's stand-up. Like, as a stand-up, I don't really find him funny. But he's actually funny when he's, like, not around other comedians. When he's the funniest guy in the room, he's actually quite entertaining. I just feel like he gets outshined when other comedians are around. But, like, when he's around regular entertainers, like, he definitely can hold his own. Like, he can hold his own pretty well. But, yo, Usher didn't even dispute any of that Frosted Flakes.
You're nasty.
What? Man, he didn't clarify nothing. Like, this is just nasty work, right? This is FreakOff McNasty work.
You're nasty.
Freak Millie ain't escaping the rumors either, though, man. Like, the video started circling around about the time when he was swimming in a pool while being filmed by FreakOff himself, who kept calling Freak Mill daddy.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
You're nasty.
Bro, pause. Like, fam, aren't you almost old enough to be this man's father? Like, about calling a younger man daddy. Fam, no. I've never even called my own father daddy. Like, there's just something very off-putting about that. Like, yo, I remember reading comments about it, about someone trying to justify Diddy trying to make that popular. Like, they said something like, yo, Diddy's just old. Like, if you grew up in the 90s, that's what mans used to call each other.
What?
I read that like, what 90s did you grow up in? Like, the fuck? I grew up in the 90s too, man. I ain't ever seen no grown men calling each other daddy. Like, hey, daddy, what's going on, daddy?
You're nasty.
Nick, no. Like, bro, remember when he was on Drink Champs and he made Fabulous, Nori, and Jadakiss all visually uncomfortable? Like, y'all remember that? If you don't remember that, just YouTube Diddy Fabulous Drink Champs.
You're nasty.
Yo, that shit was so funny. Yo, I'm not even gonna repeat what was said on there because it just sounds nasty.
You're nasty.
Oh man, but yo, that boy Meek is a freak bull, as someone from Philly would say. This is nasty work, y'all. Like, what really added to the rumors and the whole situation going viral for Freak Millie was the fact that he suddenly started targeting academics on X or Twitter or whatever you call it nowadays.
You're a victim.
And one of his tweets, he said, academics, didn't I tell you to stop playing with my name? I don't know what I'm going to do when I actually see you. It's going to have a combination to it, though.
Stop the cap.
And even Ack responded with, wait, did you just blame me for what a lawsuit said? Like I just made it up? LOL? No way. Yo, shout outs to Ack, man. That was a nice clap back. Like, Ack is correct. Like, if the allegations in the lawsuit aren't true, why wouldn't you just come out and say they aren't true and move on? Like, instead, it feels like Freak Mill over there decided to just use all of the attention as a form of promo to promote this new EP that he just dropped called... Bro, you really can't make this shit up, man. Like, his new project is called Heathenism.
Stop the cap.
Am I the only one that finds this suspicious? Yo, where's my Dr. Umar drop at, man? Like, don't you find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious?
Again, I will say... There's nothing wrong with liking whoever you like, but as an artist, you should just be true to yourself, man, and your audience. Like, yes, it will change the dynamic for a bit, but your true fans will stay with you regardless. Because I know for me, I used to be like this massive Frank Ocean fan, right? So like when he finally dropped Channel Orange, his first album, I was bumping that album like top to bottom, like front to back, and until he revealed that he was bisexual, and the song Forrest Gump was actually about a dude.
You're nasty.
What? I'm not gonna lie, that changed the way I listened to Frank Ocean's music a little bit. Like, it really did. Like, those lyrics started hitting a little different after that shit. I was like, wait, what do you mean Forrest Gump is about anyways. But again, it didn't stop me from being a fan of Frank Ocean. I just didn't what's the word? I didn't enjoy his music the same. Yeah. It just wasn't the same anymore. Nothing was ever the same. Anyways, let's get to this timeline of nasty work by FreakOff McNasty. So FreakOff actually has a history of being violent, or like having violent events occurring in relation to him or around him. Like the entire tragic beef saga involving Tupac and Biggie, which most people already know the story of. Like, I'm not looking to rehash that right now. Just to establish the history of violence that he's been involved in, essentially. Like, you know, so, but I digress. I think most people aren't aware of some of the other unhinged violent moments that he's kind of been involved in. Like, for example, in 1998, when him and two men stormed into Steve Stout's office and beat him up with a champagne bottle, because this is the stupidest reason too. Because the music video for Nas's song "Hate Me Now," you can hate me now. That was a good song too, by the way. Which Diddy actually produced. He actually produced that. Like, if you actually listen to it, like in the background, it's like you hear Diddy like ad-libbing and stuff. He's actually really good at doing that. He's actually a great producer, but he's nasty. He had a scene in it where McNasty was like being crucified like Jesus, which he actually wanted deleted before the video went on air. But since it didn't, well, those were the results. He figured that, fuck it, I'm gonna blame Steve Stout and go beat him up. Like, what the hell? Like, this man has legit anger management issues. Like, I really think it comes from a place of him trying to be a control freak of sorts. Like he's just got to control everything, especially when it comes to how he's depicted in the public eye and whatnot. But fast forward to like 1999, where the infamous Club New York incident went down. And apparently the story goes, McNasty was at the club with his, at the time, girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. Shoutouts to J-Lo. And his recent bad boy signee, Shine. Shoutouts to Shine. At some point, McNasty knocked the drink out of a dude named Scar's hand, and an argument ensued. Obviously, everyone's drunk, and the argument got heated to the point where someone threw money in McNasty's face, and Scar even threatened to kill Shine. So, like, basically, all three dudes pulled out guns. So Scar, Shine, and McNasty actually pulled out guns, but it was actually Shine who shot in the air 3 times, and like most of you already know the rest of the story. Some of you might not know that when like everyone was getting arrested and stuff, the cops actually found like 2 guns in McNasty's car, and but McNasty suffered no jail time, and Shine went to prison for 10 years for the incident. And I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, it's very suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
Like, you know, because like he's a wealthy man with a temper tantrum. Like that's one of the most dangerous combinations you can have. Like a very wealthy man with a temper tantrum of a child. Like that is so dangerous.
Boo this man!
You know, Diddy, I said Diddy. McNasty versus rappers has been like it's always been rumored, but never actually really been reported on much. Like it's always been said in like the form of it's alleged. Everything is rumored. Everything's alleged. But when you look at the history of it, it seems like this has been going on for some time, and it seems like there's a lot of credence to these. Like case in point, back in 2012, McNasty and Cassie had broken up for a little bit, like, you know, because I guess she wanted a freak-off break. No, I'm not gonna do that to Cassie. Yo, shout out to Cassie, man. Anyway, she started dating rapper Kid Cudi briefly, and McNasty was so angry about the situation that around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway while Kid Cudi was home to witness it. Again, this guy really is all about having power over people in like whatever manner he can get it, and on some like life is a movie type shit, because like who does that? Anyways, like then a year later in 2013, at the MTV VMAs after party, a visibly drunk McNasty tried to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar because he didn't like the fact that Kendrick declared himself the king of New York on Big Sean's Control song. But before he could even do that, J. Cole, shout outs to J. Cole, man. J. Cole stepped in and stopped that shit immediately. Like, and they had a little bit of a back and forth. Like, there was a bit of a shoving match. No real punches were thrown, but like, yo, the internet is forever undefeated because they say ever since that incident with McNasty in that club, J. Cole no longer drives cars and simply bikes or uses public transportation to get where he needs to go. Like, that is wild. That is wild. Think about that for a second, guys. For a guy who's worth over $60 million to give up owning a car and decides to go bike or take public transportation everywhere, that is a different level of scary, bro. Like, that's how you know this guy had a different level of power. Like, McNasty is nasty. Nasty.
You're nasty.
And a year after that, yo, I'm telling you, man, McNasty was on a mission. Like, he was just going on a mission after people for a while. Because a year after that, in like 2014, this guy allegedly slapped, some say punched, Drake at a club because he was angry at him. Like, basically, McNasty asked Drake to ghostwrite a song for him on the beat that would eventually become the song 0 to 100. But because Drake decided to keep the beat and song for himself instead, a drunk, visibly drunk, McNasty slapped Drake outside of Live nightclub saying, "You will not disrespect."
What?
This is all alleged, though. All alleged, but y'all are seeing the pattern. And then a year after that, he took a break from attacking rappers and set his sights on his son's UCLA football coach instead. Like, bro, during a practice that McNasty was in attendance for, he noticed the coach was not giving his son special treatment and like literally treating him like everyone else on the team, as he should have. So he's probably just chastising his son for whatever. Like, come on, that's what coaches do. What's wrong with you? Anyway, after practice, McNasty went to the coach's office and like he just hemmed him up. Like, he just grabbed the coach, right? But he was quickly removed from the coach's office. But before he could, he was removed before he could do anything else. But before he left, this man swung a kettlebell at an intern.
What?
Straight up psychotic. This is nasty work, bro. And now we fast forward over to 2019. Yo, McNasty's ex and mother of his most recent child, Gina Huynh? I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. She claimed that he was mentally, emotionally, and physically abusing her. He would always compare her to Cassie.
You're nasty.
She said that he once stomped on her stomach and punched her in the back of the head. Like, nah, man, this is nasty work, bro.
You're nasty.
Yo, this guy ain't a man for this, bro. This is nasty. Yo, this is a nasty fuck. Straight up. Freak bitch McNasty, yo. The hell? Jeez. Now we finally arrive at 2023 when shit started to hit the fan for this man. Finally, karma finally caught up. The infamous civil suit filed by Cassie. The lawsuit contained like some wild allegations in it at the time, like for some of us, right? Like the allegation of him doing the pirate thing to her in 2018. Like, I'm not gonna say what the word is, but you know, yar me booty pirates. You know, that thing.
You're nasty.
It's a very bad word. I'm not saying. Anyways, he was physically abusing her, intimidating her, and the nastiest allegation of them all was making her perform freak-offs,
You're nasty.
being forced to have intercourse with male escorts while McNasty watched.
You're nasty.
And the day after the lawsuit was filed, this guy settled it, bro. Don't you find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious?
Very, very nasty work, man. Gross. So then, anyways, like 5 days after the settlement of Cassie's lawsuit, a former Syracuse University student sued McNasty for essentially was him being a Bill Cosby,
You nasty.
aka allegedly drugging, wording her, and even recording her and showing it to other people.
You nasty.
The woman who filed this lawsuit is unnamed, but she claims that the incident took place back in like 1991. And if this is true, this man is so egregiously filthy. This is nasty work, man.
You nasty.
And then a few days after that accusation came out, another accusation came out from another unnamed woman who claims that FreakOff McNasty and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall took turns R-ing her and a friend back in 1990 or 91. Like, she also alleged that days later, McNasty came to the home that she was staying at and physically attacked her because he was pissed, alleging that he was looking for the girl's friend because he was nervous, that he was worried that she would tell the girl that he was currently seeing at the time about that incident.
You nasty.
Like, don't y'all see the patterns here, man? Everything about this guy is just, it's about power, bro. Like, making people uncomfortable. Like, everything about this guy is sick. This is a nasty man. Anyways, moving on. In December, a third unnamed woman filed a lawsuit against McNasty. Oh, sorry, not just McNasty. Against McNasty, his Bad Boy Entertainment, and Daddy's House Recordings.
You nasty.
I'm sorry, hold on. Why do you have a studio named Daddy's House?
You nasty.
This sounds almost as nasty as Piss Kelly. Like, this is nasty work, bro. Anyway, the woman alleges that she was gang-ard at the Daddy's House studio in New York by McNasty, former Bad Boy Entertainment president at the time, Harv Pierre, and another unidentified man. Like, the lawsuit details that she was provided with copious amounts of drugs and alcohol, and also allegedly McNasty assaulted her first, then proceeded to watch the other two men while he sat in a chair outside of the bathroom.
You nasty.
This is so gross. And we finally arrive at February 27th. FreakOff McNasty is now being sued for $30 million for sexual assault by producer Lil Rod. The producer worked on the Love album, as I mentioned earlier. It's just kind of weird because this is a great album, by the way. But as I previously mentioned, like, things like this, they just change the way you look at some of these people's music. Like, anyway, the lawsuit mentions that Lil Rod, real name Rodney Jones, was subjected to sexual misconduct for the duration of the production process, and also claims that McNasty owes him $50,000 for the work that he did on the album, because he claims that he was never actually paid for the work that he did on the album. In the 76-page lawsuit, it alleges that while he was working on the album, he essentially lived with FreakOff McNasty at the time. And they went around to New York, California, and Florida. So I guess he was like basically just McNasty was like traveling to all these different places to, like, I guess different studios to inspire or just get artists to ghostwrite for him. I don't even know. Like, what am I even trying to say here? I don't know. Like, I'm not defending anything. Blah, blah. Anyways, he states that McNasty repeatedly, I don't even know how I want to say this. Like, okay, he said McNasty repeatedly groped. Wait.
You nasty.
Girl. Ew. Okay, it says he repeatedly groped his anus and crotch without consent.
You nasty.
Yo, this is nasty work. And attempted to groom him into accepting a homosexual relationship by showing him explicit videos, claiming it was a normal thing in the music industry. Nah. Nah. This is yo.
You nasty.
Yo, bro. Yo, Lil Rod. If any of this is true, yo, you're sus too, brother. Like, sorry, not sorry. I'm not even sorry. Not even gonna say sorry. But like, nah. As a grown ass man, I don't care how rich you are. Ain't nobody playing no touch butt with me, man. Like,
You nasty.
what did I just?
Yeah,
Nah. What the actual fuck am I reading here, bro? Like, nah, this is so nasty. Yeah, nobody's playing touch butt with me,
You're
dog. Like, there's
nasty.
no way. I don't care how much money you got, fam. What? Yo, it only gets nastier. He also claims that FreakOff McNasty would walk around the house naked and force him to watch him shower. Yo. What do you mean? What do you mean force you to watch him shower? Did one of his bodyguards like have a gun to your head, like or have like your eyes forced pried open or something, like on some torture shit? Like, I don't understand. Like, there's no way anybody is forcing you to watch them shower, fam. You are sus, Lil Rod, plain and simple. You are sus. Like, nah, you're in there too. What the hell? Like, the lawsuit also throws other people under the bus too. Like, I found this a little weird. Like McNasty's son Justin, who in the lawsuit is accused of procuring underage girls for parties. I mean freak-offs. Like, how do you know they were underage though? Like, you're claiming they were underage, but like, how do you know that for a fact? Who does everybody walk in and like show ID? Like, how do you? I don't know. Because Justin is of age, and from what we've seen, he generally wouldn't need to bring in underage girls. Like, I'm not even defending this guy. Why am I defending it? Yo, ill. I'm nasty. I'm nasty. This is gross. Man. Okay, and allegedly McNasty would drug and secretly record people's sex acts at these freak-offs.
You nasty.
And Lil Rod claims that he was also drugged at a party and woke up. Yo, he said he woke up naked, dizzy, and confused in a bed with 2 sex workers and McNasty himself. See, now that just solidified it for me, man. Like, Lil Rod, you were complicit in all of this, man. You don't deserve to file this lawsuit. At any point, you could have kept your integrity and said, hell to the nah, I'm not doing this. Like, the fact that he didn't even pay you, or allegedly he didn't pay you throughout this process, but you were involved in like all of these freak-offs, and bro, you're a man. Ain't nobody forcing you to have sex with women, especially at a party where everybody's like doing all kinds of stuff. Like, come on, man. You went to a sex party and you enjoyed yourself. You're probably, yeah. I'm gonna hold my tongue, man. I'm not doing this, man. No. You chose to stay and travel with them to different states, different houses, different freak-offs. Nigga, you a freak too.
You nasty.
Change your name. You're not Lil Rod. You're Lil Freak. You ain't Lil Rod no more. You Lil Freak, bro. This is nasty work. Nasty. Yo, y'all are nasty, bro. Yuck. Ugh. Anyways, thanks for listening to my TED Talk. No, just kidding. But yeah, man. Tell me what y'all think of the Nasty series, because I'm kind of having fun with this series, man. It's gross, but it's also informative, and the people need to know, like, this is nasty work. Like, I might do an entire 5-part Nasty series. Like, you never know, man. The Nasty Files. Yo, this is wild, man. Anyways, I'm signing off, man. Like, y'all are just too nasty. Too nasty for me, man. Salute to the outro. Peace.